when we were kids growing up, we didn't get to see a whole lot of movies. It's like it was actually a real treat if we got to go to see a movie. I remember it's like we did get to go. We saw uh, did see Mary Poppins. That was a treat. We didn't get to go and see The Sound of Music. It's like, which it's like that's one of those big movies. Like, but my parents probably couldn't afford to take us or something at the time. But that was a big deal to go to see. One of the big movies was Sound of Music. And then I remember distinctly going to see Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. That was another one I distinctly remember going to, and it was like we really enjoyed it. I remember like even being like in the, you have these vague memories of things. It's like being in the parking lot and going in, and it's like, and I think my parents, after seeing the movie, watching the movie, thought thought it's like might have been a little bit too adult for us. And it's like I don't have it down here in my notes when it came out, but it was like I was, it was probably maybe young teens or something when it came out. Really good movie if you haven't seen it, Butch Cassidy. I might as well mention too that the first movie that I saw at we would go to drive-ins lots of times. This was actually, we saw Mary Poppins and Butch Cassidy. So I think we both saw them at walk-in theaters. Because a lot of the movies when we did go, we went to a drive-in movie theater, and there were a lot. Of course, they're pretty much gone. We actually still have the Rhodium in Gardena. In Gardena, I think it's like on the Gardena border with like Torrance or Lawndale or something, but it's right there. It's still around. It's basically used as a swamp meet, but they actually do have showings now. I think it's on Friday, Saturday nights. They have showings of older classic movies. And there was actually there was a drive-in theater called the Vermont, which was on Vermont down south of us. And I think it was either like Torrance, Gardena area. It's long gone. It's been gone for a really long time. And then there was the Twin Theaters, which was over on the Harbor Gateway over here, which wasn't too horribly far. It's actually, I think it's been demolished for decades, but it actually stayed there longer than a lot of the drive-in theaters. There was actually one up, I think it was called the Century, and it was on Century Boulevard near the airport, and we probably went to that a couple of times, and a few times, but it's one of the things that was annoying about it was they had a lot of air traffic over it, so it was kind of noisy. And I think I went as a young adult there too. I went to a couple of movies there, and so it's like I said, it was a special treat. I remember my grandmother going to a movie called Grandmother Dorothy. She went. I remember her going to How the West Was Won, because she brought back like a theater like program or something on it. It's like, and I remember seeing that in her home and stuff. So I thought that was kind of a big deal that she did that. So anyways, just some movie things. And I want to mention too that the first movie I saw at a walk-in theater, it's kind of funny calling it a walk-in theater. Walk-in theater was Godzilla, not Godzilla, Gorgo, which was kind of a Godzilla ripoff. But actually, for being a ripoff, it was a really good movie. And I still have some. I think I have a little bit of Gorgo memorabilia, but that was actually a pretty good movie, and we saw that at. I think it's called Eastside or something. It's actually a theater up here. It's still there. The building and stuff is there. It's been used as a church for many years. But kind of probably closed down as it's called Eastside or Westside. Anyway, it's on Vermont, and just north of us. And I remember it, remember it's like the going there to see the movie, and I think my cousin Jeannie was with us, and my brother Sam, and I remember one time going with my brother Sam to a movie there, and I didn't have a quarter or something for the movie, and he paid for it, and that's when I was a teenager, when we were teenagers. But that's some memories about going to movies and stuff.